This video shows how to generate a data comparison report using date range filters in eObservations. The examples are shown from the perspective of a central office user, but the same techniques can be used by school administrators. Data comparison reports can be accessed from the Observations and Analytics top menu link. Clicking on the particular form for which a comparison report is desired, and then the Filter button, results in an observations list for that form at the bottom of the page. In this example, the Student Indicators of Engagement form has been selected. The observation list could be further refined before generating the data comparison report by using additional filters on the page if needed. For instance, the list could be filtered by a specific school, grade level, or faculty member. These additional filters are optional. A data comparison report requires that two date range filters be applied. Each date range represents one of the two sides of the data comparison. The date ranges could be continuous, could be separated, or could overlap. In this example, the first date range will be August 26th to November 1st. And the second date range will be November 6th to January 24th. These dates could represent a comparison between observations in the first quarter and observations in the second quarter of the school year. Clicking the Filter button updates the observations list at the bottom of the page and makes the Data Comparison Report button appear. Clicking the button launches the Data Comparison Report in a new browser tab. The report contains one chart for each look for on the original observation form. Each chart contains both visual and text representations of the comparison. The data for the look for from every chosen drop-down menu item, or for every checkbox, is shown for the first date range followed by the second date range. In this example's Setting Learning Goals look for, the data is shown for the choices observed and not observed. The observed choice was made on 33% of all observations recorded in the first quarter and on 67% of all observations recorded in the second quarter. The not observed choice was made on 67% and 33% in the two quarters. This comparison suggests that a higher percentage of teachers had their students set learning goals in the second quarter than in the first quarter, which would be a positive step towards improving student learning. In the Reading with Purpose look for chart, notice the phrase "no value chosen." This represents cases where the observer did not pick an item for the look for drop-down menu. This suggests Reading with Purpose was not a look for the observer was concerned with documenting. In the Learning Tools look for chart, the data represents the percentage of observations where each specific checkbox was checked. For example, Advanced and Graphic Organizers was not checked at all in the first quarter, but was checked on 33% of the observations recorded in the second quarter. Sharing these important data comparisons with stakeholders could be done by printing the report to a PDF or selectively using screenshots in presentations. More data comparison reports could be run by returning to the Observations and Analytics page and changing the existing filters or resetting them entirely to start from scratch. eObservations puts the power of data in your hands. Explore Observations and Analytics to gather the data you need to improve teaching and learning and bring success to all of your students.